Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Sunday School. Yeah. Hey, how are all of you doing? I know you really can't answer because it's a recorded video, but I hope you're all doing well at home. And especially now that we're winding down this time of the school year. And of course, many of us are looking forward to Christmas. Yes. And as you can see, I'm still at home recording today and sitting in front of our fireplace with all the decorations. And my tree is just over there, and some more lights are over there. And we got Christmas cookies in the kitchen and kind of some fun stuff around this holiday. And before we get to Christmas, first of all, we're still in the special season we call Advent here in the church. And last week I talked about the four candles, and we're going to look at that a little bit today. But what we're going to focus on today is one guy in the Christmas story that you probably have seen him in the manger scene with Bethlehem. Perhaps you've seen a picture of him on a card with Bethlehem and the shepherds, whatever. But it's a pretty cool guy. And it's a guy that, well, let's just say sometimes he can be overlooked in the Christmas story about baby Jesus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my screen like I did last time, so all of you can see kind of what my presentation is going to be on and who this guy is that we're going to be focusing on here. Okay. All right. So as you can see, hopefully you can all see my blank screen there. And I do appreciate your patience. I'm sure some of your teachers are experts at using all the technology and kind of cool and fun ways. I know our daughter's teachers or our kids' teachers are pretty awesome at doing it. So I'm trying to get a little bit better with all the details of everything, but I do appreciate your patience. And I hope you all enjoy these photos I'm going to share with you right now. So here we are. So first question, boys and girls, is this. Have you ever forgotten something? Have you ever forgotten something? Have you ever been getting ready to go to school and get on the school bus and you forgot something in your bag? It could be, well, anything in your bag. Perhaps you forgot your lunch before you left house to go to school. Or perhaps you're going out and going sledding, even though there's no snow outside. And you go outside and your mom and dad stop you and say, wait, you forgot something. And you turn around and they're holding your gloves or your winter hat or something like that. Or perhaps somebody does something nice for you and your mom and dad say, well, that's very nice. Now, did you forget something? And you're standing there thinking, what did I forget? And they gave me this gift. What do I forget? Well, what your mom and dad are pretty much saying, you forgot to say thank you. That's kind of an important thing to do. So, of course, you're thinking, okay, thank you. And then the parents are trying to teach you, good manners and saying thank you when you receive gifts. And this upcoming Christmas, I'm sure you'll be thanking various people for the gifts you receive and what have you. So have you ever forgotten something? Okay, so now think to yourself, what was one thing you remember forgetting? Let's think. What's one thing you remember forgetting? Okay, all right. So think about that one thing you remember forgetting. All right, and this next question. So how did you feel when you forgot it? Like I said, it could be saying thank you. It could be your gloves, your winter hat. It could be that thing you want for school. So you realize in that moment you forgot something. And so how did that make you feel? Perhaps you're at school and everyone's going to the lunchroom and you forgot your lunch at home. So in essence, how did you feel when you forgot that thing? It could be forgot you're upset with you. You're upset. You were perhaps kind of like scared that, oh my gosh, I forgot my assignment. How my teacher going to be mad with me when we're back in school? Or I forgot to do that assignment. Will my parents be upset with me or disappointed? Or so how did you feel when you forgot it? All right. So what did you forget? And how did you feel? Okay, everybody, maybe you've seen this movie. I was just going to ask, has everybody seen this movie? But some people haven't seen this movie. This is a wonderful movie, Home Alone. And it's a movie that my family and I enjoy watching because it's really nice and it's obviously kind of funny. And deals with little Kevin McAllister there. And Kevin, his family is planning a trip to go to Paris, long ways across the world for Christmas. And Kevin's kind of upset. He's kind of a little troublemaker. And as you can see in that little photo there, he got in trouble when all the family's getting ready to pack their bags and go on the plane. And excuse me, his punishment was to sleep on the third floor of the house. Now, just imagine having a third floor way up in the attic in the nice storage area. So there's a little makeshift couch there, a little pull-out couch there with the bed, and that's his punishment. And he's just kind of upset with his family and all the details, and they're getting all ready for the trip. And so as you can see, he's bummed out, and that's where he's going to sleep. And everyone goes to sleep, and the problem is they wake up and they oversleep the next morning, and they're all flurrying around, trying to get everything to get to the airport on time so they don't miss their plane. So as you can see, his parents, as you can see, Peter and Kate, they have 5 kids. They have 5 kids, but also they have some relatives with them and their kids. So there's a lot of kids. There's 2 full vans of family members all together on this trip. So Peter and Kate have to keep track of 5 kids. And the thing is, they forget Kevin. They forgot that he was upstairs. No one thought that he was up there. They just forgot, and they didn't go wake him up. So he kind of overslept. Everyone else is counting, all the kids there. And one of the other neighborhood kids filled in, and they thought he was Kevin, but no one was paying attention. So all of a sudden, Kevin wakes up, and he's kind of like, my Christmas wish came true. I made my family disappear, because he didn't want to see his family for Christmas because he was so mad at him. But the problem was, he kind of thought that was really cool, eating ice cream and watching shows and whatever. The problem was, he eventually began to miss his family. And the other issue was, his mom realized on the plane to Paris that they forgot Kevin. She had this feeling that, oh my gosh, I just had this feeling I forgot something. And did I shut the garage door? Did I turn off the heat? Did I leave the oven on? Or all these other things. And then she realizes they forgot Kevin. Can you imagine how crazy that would be? And how would she feel? I bet she was, as you can see on her face, she was obviously terrified of what was going on. Okay. So then, long story short, they come over. Let me move my screen over here. Eventually, she gets back to the home in a unique way, and Kevin's really happy to see her. And then the family comes in, the classic movie ending, the family comes in and everyone's happy. So the whole motion of Home Alone, when they forgot Kevin at home, and think about parents forgetting their kid, how scary that would be for us who are younger, but also scary for parents as well. So why I want to share with you that story, because today, or this upcoming Sunday, is the final week in Advent. So we light the 4th candle, that being the candle of love. And we're focusing on love this week. And our story is about Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus. But the focus is on Joseph. Now remember, we light the white candle, the center candle in the Advent wreath on Christmas, this upcoming Christmas Eve. Pastor Stewart will be lighting that candle. So as you can see, Advent's almost over. The 4th candle is there, and the next day the next candle represents Christmas. So there it is. There's the nativity scene that we will talk about on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And this is kind of like the nativity scene that we have in my house. And we have it displayed in our dining room next to our dining room table. But we're going to focus on Sunday about this guy who has a circle around him, that being Joseph. In that on Christmas, on the story, we talk about Mary and baby Jesus and the shepherds, whatever. But Joseph, he really doesn't have a key role. He's just kind of there. And sometimes why we kind of gloss over is that he's easily forgotten in the Christmas story. And here's it is. This is what I'll be reading on Sunday. And this is from the Gospel of Matthew, Matthew's story of how Jesus was born. This is how the birth of Jesus the Messiah came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph, but before they came together, she was found to be pregnant through the Holy Spirit. Because Joseph, her husband, was faithful to the law, that means he followed all the religious rules, and yet did not want to expose her to public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. But after he had considered this, an angel, now this is cool, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. Now, think about it. Now, Joseph has a pretty cool role in this whole story and everything. But the other thing about when we look at the story is, do you think Joseph was scared? I mean, an angel coming to him in a dream saying, by the way, Mary's pregnant and you're going to have a baby boy. I mean, that'd be kind of scary all of a sudden. That'd be kind of unexpected. I mean, maybe Joseph was a little scared about this big grand news. And do you think Joseph was excited? I mean, the angel had some pretty big news for the world, and Joseph is a part of it. He's a part of God's son coming into the world. So you think Joseph was excited? The thing is, Joseph has a key role in the story of Christmas because, yes, he is easy to forget, but he's also a key person in the Christmas story because he trusted in God. And he had a lot of challenges. He could have easily walked away from what the angel said and said, yeah, I'm not going to, no, it's too big. It doesn't make any sense. But Joseph, he trusted in God that God was going to do something miraculous in the world by sending his son as a baby and to grow up and to be with us. So Joseph there, when you look at a nativity scene, boys and girls, you can look at all these factors. You see Mary and Joseph, the shepherds, and the cattle and the wise men and whatever, but always, keep an eye out for Joseph. He's usually right in the center of the manger scene. And he's a really key person in the story of how Jesus was born. And I hope that by doing this, we don't forget Joseph. We can always focus on Mary and Jesus and all the other details, but let's always keep in mind Joseph, because he was a key person in the story. And by keeping him in mind, we won't forget him. Why? Because he's a pretty key part of this wonderful news we celebrate this upcoming Sunday at church, or if you're worshiping from home, when you worship with us at home, but also we'll hear about Joseph again on Christmas Eve. So have a wonderful rest of the week, everyone. And I'm so glad you're tuning in, perhaps with mom and dad. Mom and dad, hello to all of you as well. And please join us this upcoming Sunday for worship. And of course, on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day as well. I hope all of you continue to be well. And it's always great to join with you virtually for Sunday school. Blessings to all of you. And have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week and a wonderful weekend. All right. Take care, everyone. Blessings to all of you. Bye-bye.